anytime you give yourself to worship, there are angels there. Let me just say this. It doesn't matter the degree of the worship. It doesn't matter if it was a short session. It doesn't matter if it was intense, it was deep, it was not. There are angels that instantly come because you cannot worship by yourself. Let me tell you the truth. Once you begin to worship, once your heart takes the posture of worship, listen, you cannot do it by yourself. You don't see, there are beings created specifically for worship. When you begin to worship, they come to assist you. You see, many years when I was in my 200 level, I think this was 2018, I had difficulty with one exam. And I was like, Lord, in medical school, when you fail one year, you repeat again. You start the whole year. We don't do carryovers. You fail, you repeat. You start afresh. So I knew this course, I didn't do it well. I was going to fail. I was going to do that year again. I couldn't. I looked for where to pray. And I just began to worship God. I began to worship. Tears was coming out of my eye. And I threw myself on the ground and I was just worshiping. What was the song again? What was the song again? I was just worshiping from the depth of my heart. And now I saw a herald of angels, Jesus. My eyes was open. I was no longer alone. I was on a field. Let me tell you guys, I was on a field. I closed my eyes and the field was full of them. When I fell on my face, they all fell with me. When I stood, they all stood with me. And they all began to worship him. Let me tell you something. You never worship alone. You never worship. Don't let the devil steal your worship. No matter what. Don't let the devil steal. If you're too tired to pray, or you feel too sinful to pray, you feel too guilty to pray, please, and begin to worship your maker. Fall on your face and remember the God of your salvation. Let your heart come before God and just say, Lord, you don't even have to have a song. You just have to stay in adoration. You just have to stay in admiration of his presence. In that place, there are angels that he sends to help you. And if you are weak, they will hold you up. Listen, worship is a source of strength. Worship is a source of power. Are you not listening to me? That day, I knew I didn't have a prayer point. I couldn't say, Lord, I don't want to fail this exam because I truly didn't prepare like I knew I could. I was too distracted. I knew, in all honesty, I should fail. In all honesty, I should fail. And I went to my knees and I just fell on my face and I was worshiping God. And in that moment when I knew I was no longer alone, I saw the herald of angels and everyone fell on our face and we all lied on the ground and we began to worship God. I knew after the worship that this matter was settled. I didn't have to say a word of prayer.